Welcome back to Life with Meg and Jenn. Today's episode is one that will inspire every dreamer out there. We're sharing the story of how Meghan went from writing down a simple dream in her journal to unlocking the doors of Broken Boutique just 10 months later. It's a journey of faith, vision, and saying yes to what God placed in her heart. If you've ever wondered what could happen if you dared to believe in your own dream, this episode is for you.
Hey y'all! Hey! Welcome back to Life with Meg and Jenn.
Love it.
So, we are finally about to share kind of our testimonies, our visions that God gave us as far as dreams, and kind of walking out these God-sized dreams is probably the best way to put that, I think. So in the past 3 episodes, we've just talked about dreaming with God, vision. I promise you we could have done about 10 more episodes on that. And we both do. We both really have a heart for people that are struggling in that. Mm-hmm. I would love to visit with you more. Mm-hmm. Whether it's here or email or, sorry, we're both looking outside because there's people everywhere. But we would both really love to, do anything we can. We want to encourage you in it and all those things. So, go ahead. Megan's got the floor today.
Oh, no, yeah.
She's ready.
Okay, so last episode or week, I showed you this and shared. This is my little reminder of where it all started, I guess.
Yeah.
So January
so
21st of 2015, we taught a preteen class. We talked about New Year, New You, visions, goals, write it down, pray over it, speak it, So mine says, I want to open, run, and have a successful business that will glorify the Lord. I even put my name on there, make sure everybody knows. So I have kept this January 21st of 2015, and then
That's my mama's birthday.
Wait, January
21st.
No, it's Morgan's birthday too.
That's funny.
Oh, yeah. So wrote it down, prayed over it, only shared with
Small amount. And that's
super important.
Yeah, I think it's really that.
It's hard.
Well, that is a big thing, too, that you need to not just blast it out everywhere. It needs to be a protected, not private, but
I will tell you.
It's personal. You need it with your small circle. Yes, I'm saying, hey, come to us. We will help you. We want to encourage you.
Like-minded, equally yoked. That's one thing. Because the worldly don't understand. Yeah. First of all, they're going to speak death to your goal and your vision. Yeah. Second, it's hard when you start protecting when you're close to those and they're familiar, because then they think of it as secret or lying or keeping things from them. I had to walk that out with the Lord. But so, anyways.
But, you could go to people that can help you with writing a vision or really what to do to get there and then never share it with them. Because those aren't your core people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you have to be careful with that.
Yeah. Ask the Lord to lead and guide you there for sure. I was studying in Jeremiah at Faithful in Small Things. I would say that's pretty much how the Lord really worked my part out. Very small. My birth mom opened up a consignment boutique. I worked with and for her for 7 years. Did all the things. I built her Facebook page. I ran the business. I just acted as if it was mine. Treated it as if it was mine. At the end of that season, those 7 years, I could feel myself wanting more. And I had different goals, had different visions. I wanted to be there all the time. She did not. There was just a lot, and it became very hard.
Like a tension there.
Yes.
Because God does that.
But for me, I struggled on the inside because I'm like, is it me being greedy? Is it me being not content? Is it me? And so I just kept praying, Lord, show me if you want something more and better and different for me. work it out. You know, like you've got to be the one to do it. Because
Which we've talked about this a little bit before, because mine was a little bit similar. But for some people, like me and you, who are very bullheaded, would be a probably
very great word for
yes.
that.
Okay, we do have to have the tension there to be able to step away.
And I'm an extremist, so Lord, you have to like rain down the manna and you know, like it's got to be so big.
Some of you may not need that, and that would be awesome for y'all.
How's it feel to be the Lord's favorite? No, just yeah.
Some of us have to be ripped out by our hair.
But literally through that 7 years in that season, I never in my mind really thought about me having my own.
Right.
I definitely, like Jeremiah, felt very inadequate. I can't do this by myself. I couldn't do that. You know, I couldn't. There's a lot. I'm not a numbers girl. You know, I can buy the stuff. I can sell the stuff. But don't make me do the important stuff. You know, like you know, taxes and all of that. You know, So it was just a lot. Like I struggled there for a season, and again towards the end, there was tension, there was hardship, I could tell, and I felt in myself that I was pushing it was becoming my dream. You know, like, okay, I'm starting to see things differently. I'm starting to want that, you know, and so I feel like I'm pushing that on her. She was totally content going to garage sales, buying things and reselling it here. Yeah. Or, you know, a bare minimum as far as what she was doing. I'm like, no, I'm ready to go to market. I want to get new. I want to do this, you know. And so it was a very trying time. Now, I went to her and said, hey, can I have just a small booth space here? I'll pay you rent. I will go and buy things and put it in there, and, you know, we'll be done. Worked out great. Did that for a few months. And then one day she comes and says, I think we need to reevaluate your booth rent. Now
I'm just asking, I just want to know this, so I'm going to interrupt and ask a question. Where did this happen, timeline with this? Before this, or?
Hold on. Yeah, the booth thing happened.
Before you wrote this out?
Yeah. I had a booth in there, and, you know, everything ran through her. But the way it worked, you know, I paid her once a month, and then she tallied up and give me what I made.
Right.
Or whatever. Yes. So, so I had the booth in there. I think I started that before. And because when I left there, we did Canton for a few months. And I do remember that the first setup we had in Canton was the next month after I left there. And that first setup was Easter.
Okay.
So, in there, you know.
Okay.
So we're thinking April-ish or whatever, you know, so.
Okay.
So, a few months go by. She says we need to reevaluate the booth situation. And I said, okay, well, let's talk about it. She comes to me and she says, I think you need to be paying more rent. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to ask you to go home and pray about it. Day or two, you know, and just when you get a number, you bring it back to me. In the meantime, I call my bonus mom in a panic. And just because I knew in my spirit some change was coming, but I didn't know if it was going to be bad or good or what. So I needed her to be in prayer and just be in thought about it. So talked to her, told her, be praying about it. And that night the Lord says to me, not $1 over this amount. If it's $1 over this amount, you're out. That's how it laid it down to me, because he had to be real simple with this one. So I did. I said, okay, I got it. This is what the Lord told me. I'm ready. So the next day we go to work. She says, okay, I have the amount. This is what I'm comfortable with. And it was almost double the amount that the Lord told me no on. So I had to tell her, I appreciate the time and the things that you have done for me. However, I will do it this 1 month, but I will not do it again. That being said, I'm leaving. And when I'm leaving, I'm leaving. Like, I'm taking my stuff. I'm taking me. I will no longer be your employee. I will no longer be, doing all the things. I have to do that for myself as far as rip the Band-Aid off, everything, cut off, dry, done. So, because in my heart I knew, well, if this ain't what I'm supposed to be doing here, then the Lord has something else somewhere, and I can't be here and be distracted. I've got to full force seek Him and figure this thing out. So, I did. We left. We, as in me, left, took all the stuff that I had bought and put there, and now I'm like, great, now what do I do? So I called Canton Trade State, set up appointments, go and meet them, and get a booth there so we could still be relevant and in the know and figure out what's next. So we set up there as we looked for a building and got our funds together and figured out a plan. So my sister wasn't working at the time. My bonus mom was, so she was going to be our silent partner, and she was not silent. So it was me, my sister, and her. We were going to do this together, and we walked in. We made an appointment to see this building. Walked in. I, of course, fall in love because I'm a visionary, and I'm immediately like, picture it. This, 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 this is what we're going to do. And, of course, they're looking at old gray walls, disgusting stinky carpet, an old floral cooler case. I mean, huge tables. It was trash. Trash. And I'm over here, googly eyes. This is it, you know. So that day, made an offer. Everything worked out. Easy peasy. The Lord literally worked it all out. And so we opened the doors here October 1st, 2015. So like 9 months after the index card.
Yeah.
So, but through the season of, the Lord walked it out with me as far as like, being, this is what I'm giving you. And He gave me little bitty pieces. One vision and piece He gave me was a round table, 4 chairs, and they were different colors. I pulled up Facebook one day, and someone on there was selling a round table, 4 chairs, and they were all different colors. So we went and bought it. And at that table, we planned every meeting. We ordered all inventory. We devotional. That was our round table. We had the unity. We talked different vendors would come because we started with booths, and they would always sit at the round table, and we would, discuss the plan here if they were, going to set up everything. So we did everything at this round table. I don't know. I have to look up meaning of round table or something. I don't know,
but just listening to it, it's so cool standing on this side of you being here almost 10 years, which I'll have been here 5 years after, right after that birthday. But y'all still, there's not a round table that we sit at.
We broke it.
But everything still operates in that thought pattern.
Yes. Yes.
Everything is like on the table, here
Open
to discuss. Let's sit and plan. Let's, here's what I'm seeing. What can you do? Like, what's the next step? And very open.
Yes.
And I think that's, really what a round table does. It's not like you're sitting behind a desk looking down. You're all on a level playing field on that round table. That's still such a part of Broken.
Definitely.
That's really cool.
When we opened here, there were 5 other businesses that opened as well. Within months of us opening, like a few before, a few after, whatever. Within 18 months of us being open, we were the only ones left.
Wow.
All the others had closed up doors.
Yeah.
So that being said, the economy was wild about like but, so the Lord was telling me, as far as protecting it, don't tell, don't talk this, don't, these are your people. This is who you talk to. This is who you need to go to. This is who you don't. And through that, there were people that, well, you're not the same. You're not this. You're not that. So I had to protect, so I wasn't as, open with everyone or discussing it with everyone, so they took it as me changing. But also, I was really seeking the Lord and, walking this thing out with Him and closely and in the Word. So when you weren't, I just wanted to be like, well, I'm going this way and you going that way, so that's why.
Right.
But it is hard when you're used to certain ones being there with you day in day in and day out, and you can't share with them. So it did cause some friction in areas. However, on the other side now, everything's good. Those people are, still around. It all worked out. But there's been a lot of learning, a lot of pivoting.
And, I think I really, truly believe those God-sized dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're talking broken. We're talking the studio, Steps of Faith.
Mm-hmm.
I have tons of friends that have had those big dreams, big visions. There is so much in the process that, yes, Broken Boutique is an awesome place. It's an awesome place for people to come and shop. We love the clothes here. Mm-hmm. We love the place, the environment, the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But all the people that have worked here,
mm-hmm.
you, Janie, your sister,
mm-hmm.
it developed so much of who God was really calling you to be
mm-hmm.
in the process.
Yep.
The people that were vendors here,
mm-hmm.
it developed something in them.
Mm-hmm.
There is so much more to the dream than
me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Because starting with the vendors, we started with booth
mm-hmm.
vendors, and some of them went on to open their own business.
Right,
through it. It was like they wanted to take a little baby step and then a little bit, and so, I think it's...
There's just, God just always, it's so much bigger. The picture mm-hmm. is so much bigger.
For me, it's very important when you, like earlier, talking about visions and goals mm-hmm. and everything, so important to remember your why. Mm-hmm. Why are you doing it? Mm-hmm. What are you hoping to gain or do or impact mm-hmm. through what you're doing? Mm-hmm. And that
the real purpose.
And that was the what got me wanting and hungering for, because when you're unequally yoked, I had a hunger to be more faith-based and disconnect from so much that was in the world at that time. Mm-hmm. We were making our own t-shirts. Others were buying t-shirts and putting it in the same business. And so there was a conflict when people walked in to come buy a shirt that I had a Bible verse on, but when they walk in, there's a shirt there that says, I love Jesus, but I cuss a little. Mm-hmm. They're like, wait. So through that process, was learning, okay, I don't want the Lord, I want everything we do to glorify Him mm-hmm. or reflect Him.
Yeah.
In our
there
walk.
There was just a refining of what you were seeing. Mm-hmm. Drawing that line.
Yep.
Which we've talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yes.
Keep
moving over.
On a
moving forward. Yes. Index card. Yes. Yeah. So get your index cards out.
That's right. Write it down. Make it clear. Keep it simple.
Yes.
Pray over it. Speak it. Protect it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all.
Bye. Thank you so much for joining us today on Life with Meg and Jenn. We hope Megan's story reminded you that the dreams God plants in your heart are worth chasing. Next week, I'll be sharing my own story of dreaming with God, how the idea of owning a studio was never in my plans, but His plans are always bigger and better than ours. If today's episode encouraged you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And hey, send this to a friend who needs a little reminder to keep dreaming with God. We'll see you next week.